Welcome back to a special edition of My Way.
Today's first day of training. Not quite as hot as the Simpson Desert, but it's pretty warm.
For 5 months, these foot soldiers of Young Care Australia have been training hard to prepare for their 250-kilometre trek through the Simpson Desert.
All right, guys, packs on, let's go.
Our trek leader, Mark Foley, and our medic, Matty Boyd, they make sure that we are well prepared physically.
Stop, 10 squats, let's go.
Because when you're out there, even though it sounds like, you're just walking, you're walking all day. And you're walking through some pretty tough terrain and you're walking in some pretty hot conditions. So you need to be physically ready to go.
We're at the end of the set.
The first time you come here and do 10, 12 Ks up, down, around Mount Coosa, there's muscles in your body you never knew existed. It really makes you sort of sit back and go, I'm taking on something pretty big here. We all are.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Time spent together training, while it physically prepared us and mentally prepared us, it just brought us closer together so that when we were struggling out there, you weren't turning to someone you didn't know very well, hoping for some support or trying to support someone you didn't know very well.
Brendan's training journey has been a little different. He's the only trekker located in Sydney, so he's been doing the hard yards on his own.
I would just be trudging around Sydney by myself, wearing my pack.
It's actually a little bit of a challenge trying to find time to train during the week. So walking after work at night is often the only time I can fit it in. But as you can see, it's really not a bad place to walk. I mean, it's no Mount Cootha, of course, but it's not bad.
So we're here at Bondi Beach. Matt has done the walk before and it's been great to sort of ask all the questions.
Not having toilet facilities, it brings it down back to basics.
It does. Should I bring my own shovel?
Yeah.
And while the physical test of the trek is daunting, so too is the $35,000 fundraising target.
My rowing club are going to give me $2,500 if I wear my rowing suit in the Simpson Desert to promote Leichhardt Rowing Club. Sales of the nude calendar haven't been as successful as I was hoping, but
I got up to $75,000, which I thought was, I was very happy with.
Green ticket A20 for another $100 voucher.
That's probably the part about the whole thing that I underestimated the most.
Start the bidding on $100, please. Anyone who wants to put their hand up for 100?
I remember turning to my wife, Sophie, one morning. I'd got an email from someone saying, look, it's a great cause, but not this time for us. I turned to her and I said, I don't know how I'm going to get to this target to reach my 35,000.
When all seemed lost, Michael got a call from his hometown of Quilpie, where they pledged $12,000 toward his fundraising target.
And for a small community to get behind me in that way was just mind-blowing.
As part of the experience, Michael got the chance to meet Brian, a 43-year-old who, without young care, will be living in an aged care facility surrounded by people twice his age and with completely different needs.
It genuinely felt like you were walking into Brian's house. He brews his own beer and he has his own room and he has all the care and support he needs. So it's kind of like having a share house.
Brian's story is quite extraordinary. He went off to Iraq as a member of the Australian Navy. He did an outstanding tour of duty. On the way back from Iraq, he and his fellow sailors had leave in Goa, in India. Somewhere on that night, someone gave him a cigarette that was laced with a drug called China White, had a massive collapse, and when he collapsed, by the time they could resuscitate him, Brian had a heart attack and as a result, acquired brain injury.
We had this nice moment. I saw something in his room about the band Busby Maru. Tom Busby was a boarding supervisor of mine when I was in high school. Told him the story and his face just lit up. Just really reinforced that he deserves to have a house that he feels like is his own and has a hobby and that sort of thing. Like it wasn't just like, oh, here's someone that just needs care. This is a person and they deserve to have a life.
got to fit all of this into my pack and this bag. And it's 10 days away, so probably need more underwear, probably less hats. I felt that sometimes the walkers perhaps needed a bit less bull bar, a little bit more Mardi Gras. And so I, in my pack, carried with me a Smurf outfit, a Pharaoh's headdress, and pretty much anything else I could stuff into the remaining space into my bag. When we make it into the Birdsville Hotel, you know, I'll be in the rowing suit, but maybe then I'll slip into the Elvis number, who knows?